Hello everyone and welcome to Eric's Life, another episode of Our New Horizons, the Animal Crossing New Horizons inspired version of the vlog. So instead of checking out our hometown of True North where Colton and I live, we are heading to Brandon's village, his island of Genbu, which he's been working on it quite a bit, and earlier in April I visited it for the first time, and he's got quite a lot to show. And there is a later portion of this vlog where Colton actually comes and visits as well, but in May, after he's worked on it for a couple weeks. So we wanted to show our friends islands, and what better way to start off with than our mutual best bud, Brandon. His name is Jiraiya in-game, because he's a big Naruto fan. Naruto? I can't talk today, but that's why he's got the hairstyle going. That's why he named his island Genbu, something like a lion turtle. I believe that's Avatar, but it's something along those lines as to why he named his island that way. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, we're checking out Nook's Cranny, which is still a shack. A lot of us have the upgraded Nook's Cranny. Now, as you can see, it's raining, so it's quite the sorrowful day. I visited him first on April 17th, which was a Friday in the morning. The nice thing about Animal Crossing is that the weather will change, and sometimes it can be raining on somebody else's island while it's still sunny on yours, which I think is a cute little thing that's really always been a part of the series. But being able to so freely explore other people's islands really gives you a taste of what the erratic nature of island life can be like. The weather changes, and of course everybody's got a different design, a different layout, different geography, and this game has topography too, because it's got very distinct elevation levels that you can either go up the stepladder with or the inclines, and that's something that's pretty new to this game on the Switch, because it never really had that before. So yeah, he's got 6 villagers here in the island of Genbu. He is a full island of 10 villagers now, but back when I visited him, he was a little late to the Animal Crossing train. He didn't get it on launch day like some of us did, but I'll tell you that Brandon has been playing the game a lot more than a lot of other people have lately as well. He's, even after recording all of these sessions where we visited his island, he's already added new stuff because it just takes me forever to edit these videos together. It's quite the process, and Hornsby is very surprised at me because I'm Lee. Yes, I am. I figured I'd wear my vacation gear set up. It looks like a concert t-shirt, which I thought was a nice vicarious thing to wear since none of us can go to concerts in the COVID-19 days. This is Shep. He's one of the fan favorite dog villagers in the game. Anyway, welcome. I'm actually new to these parts myself. The name's Shep. I'll be putting down some roots here for a while, so come see me anytime, stranger. Very cute. And I'm just kind of visiting all of his animal villagers. I think it's fun to check them out. This is Wendy. I don't really love the trendy pop star personality that some of the female villagers can have, which is kind of funny because the equivalent on the male side is like the smug villager, and that's like my favorite personality. They just seem to have funnier things to say because Kyle and Kurlos are of that personality type, and they live on our island as well. Marcy. We don't have a kangaroo on our island, but it's always cute to see that they have an identical, smaller kangaroo in their pouch. But yeah, Brandon's basically giving me the tour as I walk around his island here. He's got the OK Motors cap, which comes from Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, which I definitely played too much of as well. I'm surprised that so many of my friends have joined me on this Animal Crossing obsession. But I'm glad that they have, because it's more fun to share together. And that's really been the awesome part of this game, is it's given us a social experience when we don't always necessarily get those in the outside world. Some of us are still self-quarantining, and even though some things are reopening, Animal Crossing is still 100% safe, no matter what. And Billy knows it. That's why he's got his log cabin out here on the island of Genbu. he is ready to kick back and relax. And I think his design's kind of cute. He's funny. Alright, Brandon's getting his magic wand out, and he is changing into Wiener Boy. He's got striped black and white socks on while wearing a hot dog. That's really clashing, Brandon. Come on. But yeah, obviously he's a nature guy. I mean, like, his Switch friend name is Out Fishing, so make fun of him for that sometimes. He definitely loves to fish. He is a huge fishing, not expert, aficionado, maybe? That's the word. But yeah, when we were in college at Clarion University, he used to go out fishing with his friends a lot. And I fished a couple times in my day. Obviously, since I'm a Boy Scout, fishing has been involved in my life to some extent, but it was never one of the activities that I chose to do very often, because I find fishing to be kind of boring, but it rides the line between boring and relaxing, because if you're really trying to catch something, you know, you are having to be pretty attentive to that, but at the same time, you know, you want to just chill out in nature, well, then you can just go for a hike. So for me, fishing is not really my thing, but it is for Brandon, and that's why he's got his little pond out here in his backyard, so he's able to fish. And you know what? I've fished a lot in Animal Crossing, so I guess I am a fisherman to some extent. But yeah, we've done some item trading back and forth. Earlier in the video, you saw that I gave him pears and peaches, which he definitely needed to fill out the rest of his fruit in his village. But yeah, it's nice to get and collect all 6 types of fruit, especially if you can help each other out and do that sort of thing. That's always super helpful. Alright, now it's time to give you a little house tour. Again, his house has evolved quite a bit. So this is what it looked like in mid-April. As you'll see later in the video, he's changed it quite a lot. But he's still got this kind of Asian-inspired motif going on throughout. He's got the tea set in the middle, so you can drink tea. You can cook some of the fish that you caught outside at the hearth in the bottom right corner. And he's got lots of bookshelves. Lots of bookshelves, 5 in fact. Which I need to start making more furniture. I mean, I usually make one of each item that I get, but I don't often make duplicates. But you know, for certain furniture items like shelves and tables and chairs, it makes a lot of sense to craft more than one. But yeah, I kind of like what he's going on here. He's got the incense and the like little wooden frog percussion instrument in the middle, which I always thought was weird. I don't even think I've seen that in real life, but I'm sure it's an instrument that's probably more common in the eastern part of the world. Yep, bang on that wooden frog. I guess it's a frog. But yeah, a lot of us have our own Nintendo Switch in the game, which is very meta, and I appreciate it. But yeah, Brandon is one of those guys who never owned a Switch at first, but because I'm a wonderful friend who doesn't want him to have any money, I ended up encouraging him to get a Switch, and now he's got over a dozen games. He's really into Breath of the Wild and Fire Emblem, and a few of the other titles, some indie titles here and there. The Switch has a lot to offer. So here he has his music room. So basically you can either put your music in your stereo, or you can hang it on the wall to show off the cover art. The album art for KK Slider's music is always really fun to look at. So at this point in time, he had about a dozen, little over a dozen albums. And if you want the music in your stereo and portrayed on the wall, you actually need to buy duplicates. So that's a lot of music collecting that you'll have to do. You can usually buy 1 song per day from the shopping terminal in the game. I'm getting my typewriter skills on here, and if Colton was here, he'd be drawing on this beautiful ink pad thing. I'm not a drawing expert, not really. But yeah, it's got a cute little vibe to Brandon's town, and Genbu is going to be revisited here very shortly by Colton's character Sirius, and we did that on May 2nd, which was right before my birthday, And just a little foreshadowing here, we are going to celebrate my birthday in Animal Crossing, and all the things that they did. It's really special that they did in New Horizons. And Gulliver is passed out on the beach, so he is a pelican character? No, he's not a pelican because the male carriers are pelicans. He's a seagull. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense, Eric. Come on. But Gulliver gets washed ashore because he falls overboard on his ship. There are some theories that maybe his crew is pushing him off the ship themselves because they don't want him around because he's super annoying. He can be super cute, but then he can be super annoying too, especially when he says the same things every time he washes ashore. See, Brandon's better than fishing at me, by the way. He caught that zebra turkey fish, and I did not. I regret it to this day. But yeah, if you guys know me, you know I'm a fan of the rainfall, and having it rain on this island visit, I thought was really nice so that we can show that off as well, because I don't believe it rained at any point in our first episode of our New Horizons on True North, and that came out a few weeks ago, and here we are again doing more Animal Crossing stuff, and we'll probably do more Animal Crossing videos in the future. We have a few other friends' islands that we want to show off. Some of their names might be popping up because they're playing online while I'm recording this footage, so you might see some of their islands in the very near future as well. And I gotta talk to Orville so that I can go home. You know, as tedious as it sometimes can be to return home or to visit somebody else's island, I really do like the characters of Orville and Wilbur, named after the Wright brothers. And the fact that they're dodos, an extinct species, flightless birds, it's just super cute. And now we have Sirius visiting Genbu, and this is a couple weeks later, as I said, so it looks a lot different. Brandon unlocked a lot more of the elements in the game, so he's got pathways paved out. KK Slider is here because he always visits towns on Saturdays to give you a live concert. As you can see to the right here, Nook's Cranny is fully established now in its fully upgraded form. We've got kind of a stone picnic area on the beach, a lot of coconut trees. So they're going to have a little picnic here while I update you about our Animal Crossing experience. So I've now put over 155 hours into the game, and Colton's right behind me. I've been on vacation for the past week before recording this, so I've had a little bit of extra time to sink in there. Sometimes the tedium does start to wear, though. If you play the game for over 100 hours and you're not going to completely redesign your island or what have you, you know, the game will start to get repetitive after you reach the triple-digit hours mark. But that being said, not a lot of people are, you know, that into it, so you probably won't feel the burnout like some of us might. So here's Shep, but now his house is fully furnished, and he's got a pretty cute one. I always liked the cabin style furniture, especially the fabric for the cabin beds. This is Avery the Eagle. Always happy to greet a stranger. We've got all the modern amenities here. Feel free to use them. What can I do for you? Something on your mind? Scree-ha! Scree-ha, my favorite. Now that we're in private, we can talk about anything we want. What's up? And of course, Robin, the bird, has a bird bath in his house. But he's also got a super nice modern tub with a towel basket and everything. So he's really living the island life to the fullest here. And I guess Robin is a Robin. So yeah, pretty cute house here. Sirius wears the pineapple shirt sometimes. I think I only wear it for a couple days, but it's pretty cute. There's Renee, the good Renee, because there's an annoying Renee that we had in our village, Renee the rhinoceros, and she was quite a handful. I don't know, I just didn't like her personality very much. But Renee the horse is also A, a pun, and B, she's prettier, and C, she has a better personality. So we kicked the other Renee out of our village. But Brandon's got the good Renee, so we can at least visit her and relish in that fact. But yeah, you thought Brandon had a lot of flowers planted before. he planted way more. I mean, there was that one field that was just no space was uncovered by flowers. And we got a mud bath area going on here. We learned the essence of privacy in the past couple weeks. So we've got the panels up here. And then we have a bath to actually soak you and to get rid of that mud here. Yeah, Brandon's house has definitely gotten bigger now. So he's turned his main room, the living room, into the music room as well. So he's got well over 24, maybe even 36 album art covers plastered all over his wall, which I think is really cool because, again, I just like seeing the collection of it, seeing all of the art, and you can really just pan the camera and just check it all out. Brandon himself is also a musician now, playing that piano, maybe trying out as a backup artist for KK Slider himself. Fun fact, KK Slider is named after composer Tota KK, who is, that's his, not his surname, but that's his like pen name. And he's been composing music and also his little secret song in dozens of Nintendo games over multiple decades. And it's just kind of cute to know that backstory behind it. That he's kind of based off of a real person, but just kind of an over-the-top caricature of the aspiring musician, always on the road, always traveling for other people, kind of a salt of the earth musician type. So that is a model of an oarfish right there in Brandon's side room. So you can make models of fish and bugs if you give 3 of each type of fish. So you have to actually catch 3 oarfishes for that one, which is pretty rare. So you got to save those up. But if you turn those into either CJ. Chip is the old beaver, darn it. CJ or Flick, then they'll make models of whatever creature that you caught 3 times, and then you can display them in your house. We got more Asian influence over here. We've got the kitsune mask and a couple kimonos here and a bamboo backpack. He's really got a motif that ties most of the furniture here together pretty well. And I always prefer the dark woods and their colors over the light woods as well. I think we have that couch as well. You know, it doesn't look too far removed from our couch in real life. It's just a little bit darker here in the game. But Colton has it, and so does Brandon. But there's a really homey, just warm vibe that Brandon's house gives off. So I think he's done a really good job. Also, Colton found a Boy Scout uniform. It's called the Explorer shirt, but it's basically a Boy Scout uniform. And you can get it in multiple colors that kind of represent the Boy Scouts of America uniform, the Cub Scout uniform. So he bought that for me. You might see that later. But here we're going to take a little break and show you some of the fun antics that our villagers in True North have been getting up to. Colton's been serenading Kyle and Rolf here at Kyle's place. And those are 2 of our favorite villagers right there. They're both really fun guys. Oh, hey, kiddo. What's on your mind? Get a load of Kyle over there, having the time of his life. Kiddo, if you ever feel that happy, bottle it. Well, Rolf, apparently you feel pretty happy too, because you are singing a lot with Amelia and Savannah lately, while Audie works out in the flower patch. Audie is also a wolf. She's one of the new villagers that was created for New Horizons. And we really liked her, and we found her on a deserted island when Anka, the cat, Anka, the Egyptian cat, moved out, so Audie came in instead. So Audie's been really funny. And you'll see that here in a moment. And these 3 characters are still singing. It's also fun to react in different ways around the villagers, because they'll react to you and you can interrupt their activities, as so. And Kyle the wolf is serenading Audie, the only species that we have a male and female counterpart on the island. Will they get together? Personality-wise, I don't think they will. Especially since they do not always see eye to eye in terms of lunch. We'll see that dispute in a moment here. And this was the first time that I found a scorpion. They started appearing in the month of May. and I was just walking around in my Boy Scout uniform. I was prepared. I had my net, so it was time to catch this scorpion. And I don't know, they're very much scarier than the tarantulas. They behave the same. You know, they threaten to strike, and then they can come out of nowhere, and they're pretty fast. Oh yeah, and here is the conversation between Kyle and Audie that I was talking about. Audie made lunch for Kyle. Rolf is a bystander here. He's just walking by. Kyle's trying to defend himself and save his skin. It's not really working though. And Flick is just, why am I here? That's more like it. I do make the best microwave burritos, don't I? They talk about food a lot, and Kyle and Bo are doing it. Bo is very funny. The lazy villager type says a lot of stupid stuff sometimes. My mom would make her one-of-a-kind mac and cheese. The sauce was orange and it came in a box. And Kyle's just talking about the greatest meals of all time, and Bo's just very, very confused. Alright, now we are getting into May 3rd, 2020, my 24th birthday, and the first time I celebrated it on that day was pretty much in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So Tia came to my house and invited me over because she organized a birthday party for me in-game. And they go more all out than they ever have before on the other Animal Crossing games. And the happy birthday celebration is really super fun. And two of my favorite villagers, along with Tia, Kyle and Kurlos, also joined in this party. Alright, I guess it's time to blow out the candles. Yeah, they even rearranged the party host's house to make it feel like it's actually your birthday, and the effort that they go to do that is really cool. I'm pretty lucky that my birthday was May 3rd, just a little over a month after the release of this game, so I got to experience it pretty early. And honestly, all things considered, my birthday overall was really great. We got to hang out with friends and family, both in Animal Crossing and outside of Animal Crossing, which I thought was really awesome. Happy birthday, Biscuit. So I get a gift, and I don't open it here, but the gift is actually just a version of that birthday table with the cake and the silverware and everything, and I was able to customize it and make it a different color in my house as well. And then something they've never done before is they let you smack the crap out of a piñata, smash it open, and see what's inside. So they just give you a stick and you just mash the A button and go to town on that thing while the three villagers cheer you on, which is awesome. I love it a lot. Alright, let's do it. All ready? Then let's get you in place. Get yourself right under the piñata and start. You've got this. With style. Look at him go. Look at me go. I was really into this. Just gotta hit it. Use the momentum. Let it swing back and forth. Or if you're like me, just keep hitting it as fast as humanly possible. Giddy up. Giddy up, Kyle says. And then, bam. Birthday cupcakes pop out. Delicious. So, you can share those with other villagers in the town or other player characters. So I ate a cupcake. I gave cupcakes to Ryan, Brandon, and Colton, who later came over to celebrate my birthday. And then I gave a couple more to some of the animal villagers as well, who didn't attend the party itself because I don't think all 10 villagers in the game would have fit in Tia's house very well. And then they dance around and act all merry. It's all really super cute. Yeah, birthdays in Animal Crossing are really fun. You don't just get older on your birthday, you get cooler, wiser, and more collectible. Oh, Kyle. I hope you don't start collecting me. You know what you have to do on your birthday, right? Whatever you want. It's your birthday. And then I gave a cupcake to Rolf. He was in my front yard in his beautiful blue poncho, and I was like, Rolf needs some of my birthday love. So of course he got a cupcake. I tell you, just when you think you've got Mother Nature figured out, she acts all crazy. Yeah, Rolf is a character. He says some of the funniest, darndest things in this game. Alright, so Brandon and Ryan visited. They played online at the same time so that they could visit True North on the evening of May 3rd. Now, Colton could not join in person because you cannot do the local multiplayer and the online multiplayer at the same time. But we're 4 friends who've been playing a lot online lately in another game called Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and we definitely don't screw each other over in that game at all. We are just very amicable, we're friends, nothing bad happens. Ryan's trying to beat me. I don't understand why he would want to do that, but as you'll see here, Colton tries to. That's not going to happen. Ryan did beat me though. Also, I have an affinity for playing as Koopas, Bowser, Lackey 2, the Koopalings, Koopa Troopas. Brandon's trying to win on the Donkey Kong track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's not going to happen. Actually, it will happen because of this. I've never seen a Bob-omb bounce that much, and it distracted me with how funny I thought that was. So I didn't fare too well at the end of this race. And the banana is just salt in the wound there. Sometimes I hit the fence, the Blue Falcon, it's just too powerful. But yeah, pretty much every weekend in May, we've been dusting off Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because I forgot how much fun that game is. And sometimes we've had connectivity issues, but when we don't, it's really fun to play together. Also, this is what Brandon gets for winning that last race. I was able to actually throw a banana on top of him. I don't know if I've ever done that before. It made me very happy. And then there was just complete and utter insanity at the end of this race on Cheap Cheap Beach. You know, these were Switch video captures that I was like, you know what, if I'm collecting footage for Animal Crossing, I might as well show you guys a little bit of our competitive side. Yeah, it was fun. That photo finish. Shy Guy almost beat me. I wasn't having it. Not today. Dearly, happy birthday. I love you, babe. From Sirius. So thank you, Colton, for sending that letter in-game. So while Colton couldn't join the KK Slider birthday concert with us, he was able to show off his letter. And Colton and I still played earlier with each other. And then Brandon and Ryan came over. So pretty fun Animal Crossing New Horizons birthday. And to end off this video, we're going to go to Olmsted, named after Camp Olmsted, which is our summer camp. Some of you who have been watching the vlog for multiple years might know that. And we wanted to visit that and to recreate it in the virtual space, and that's exactly what Ryan did. So very cool there. Ryan has been playing the game, but he's not played probably quite as much as Colton, Brandon, or I. But he's still got a cute town and a cute set of villagers that we wanted to show off here really quick as well. So yeah, got to show off 2 of my favorite guys' islands in this video, Brandon and Ryan, Genbu and Olmsted. And those are the guys that celebrated my birthday with me as well. So it all kind of worked out pretty nicely just to show things off. And of course, since we are here at Camp Olmsted, I had to wear my Boy Scout uniform. It's the closest thing that you can get to it in the game with the tan uniform, an orangish red neckerchief, and then the Explorer shorts, which are dark green, just like Scout shorts, and hiking boots, and a Trek backpack, and all of that. So I thought that was a really cool ensemble that you were able to create in the game, so I definitely wore that for quite a while. And since my profession is working for the Boy Scouts of America, I thought it was pretty fitting as well. I'm a Boy Scout. If I was not a Boy Scout, I wish I'd rather be living in Animal Crossing. Things are a lot more simple. So Ryan attracts a lot of pigs at Olmsted, one of them being Boris, who kind of looks like Ganon from The Legend of Zelda. He's kind of got that dark color scheme to him. Teddy also lives at Olmsted, which is pretty fitting because the bear, the brown bear, is the mascot of our camp. So having Teddy there makes a lot of sense. And he's not the only bear who lives at the virtual Olmsted either. We've got Fuchsia, the deer, and she's talking about all the great island food that is edible here. Everybody's got to have a lighthouse. It's awesome. We got another pig that Ryan's got. He's kind of scarier than Boris, honestly. I'm asking Ryan who is his favorite villager here. He ended up saying that they were all fine, but if I had somebody like Chops around, I mean, man, no contest, right? Chops is obviously the best villager with his thick eyebrows and mustache for a pig that don't match his curly blonde hair. Oh no, God. Please, I don't want any of that. I don't. It's not Chops. But yeah, I've got about 24 of the emotions in the game. You have to unlock your emotions, just like real life. There's 40 total, so I'm almost there. Still a good dozen or so left to collect, though. And here we have a koala villager. He's got a cute little kawaii fruit house. His name's Ozzy, so he must be from Australia. So usually one villager per day will be making a recipe. So they're making a piece of furniture or a piece of clothing, and then they'll give you the recipe to also do it yourself. And usually you can get one of those from your own island or somebody else's island if you're playing with somebody else and visiting. Here's Poncho, the little blue bear. So he's a different kind of bear design because Teddy is kind of like a more adult, bigger bear. But Poncho's really cute. His house is a little bare, pun intended. It's full of blue, but man, there's nothing on the walls, and there's not a whole lot of furniture. Poncho, you better get your act together. Ryan definitely had the priority of building a lot of bridges and inclines before expanding his house. So we're not going to visit his house today. Because it's not super different from what I had seen, and we were having internet issues because good old Warren, Pennsylvania internet can be quite a hassle sometimes. And what else is a brother going to do but dig up his town? That's my duty. There's not a whole lot of mini games and stuff that you can play. You have to be creative and kind of make them yourself. So sometimes that just consists of digging up somebody's island. But Ryan made a campsite here at Camp Olmsted, so that works out pretty well. We got a big bonfire going, and honestly, that bonfire doesn't look too much different from some of the fires that we've had at our closing ceremonies over the years at Camp Olmsted. We got a water cooler, maybe there's got some bug juice in there, we got a sleeping bag, and there is a villager visiting the campsite location in that tent over there as well. Of course, Lee had to blink in the photo. Come on. Taking photos is always kind of fun. We got a barbecue and a brick oven, roasting some pizza out here. My mouth is watering. Also, sometimes when Animal Crossing internet stuff gets janky, stuff like that can happen, and Ryan will melt through the tent. But yeah, I find it kind of disturbing that this pig, I believe his name is Rasher, is just hanging out right next to the barbecue because he himself looks like he's been barbecued lately. So he's kind of a slasher victim in a horror movie here. And I feel kind of bad for him. So that's why I will get in a sleeping bag. Good night. There's my hot take for the day. Ryan, you get the ugliest pigs. I've never seen Rasher until just that moment, and it was kind of weird. But yeah, 3 pigs on one island, 2 bears. You know, we try to pride ourselves on diversity at True North, having at least one of every species, and then Audie became the exception. But, you know, and then let's see what's at Nook's Cranny before we go. There is something that I hadn't seen before, the folding floor lamp. So I had to buy that for my house. and also visiting the Able Sisters, and you can do that and visit each type of store at every island that you go to, and there's always going to be different stuff to buy and collect. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this episode of Our New Horizons. We thank you guys so much for watching. There will probably be a mixture of vlog episodes in the future here, where we'll have episodes that are real life, and then some episodes that are Animal Crossing, and they'll all be in the same Eric's Life playlist, because again, the things that we've been doing in Animal Crossing are pretty much our day-to-day life, and they kind of represent things that we've been doing, like celebrating my birthday, and hanging out with friends and what have you, things that are hopefully more exciting than just living and working in quarantine. So yeah, this has been Eric's Life. We will see you in the next chapter, and if you have Animal Crossing, definitely relax with it when you can.